Hello friends, welcome to the channel IT Simplified. In today's video on Azure, I'm here to discuss three pillars which constitute Azure Infrastructure as a Service. So let's get started. So three core components of Azure IaaS model consist of storage, networking, and compute. So let's start with the networking pillar. So as you start moving your resources from on-prem to the cloud, you need to make sure that you're not having any performance issue. And that is where Azure 60+ region and 190 POP location will come into play. With these 190 point of presence location, Microsoft makes sure that your data reside most of the time on the Microsoft backbone infrastructure, giving you better performance and sub-millisecond latency. Now, applications nowadays are generating massive amount of data. So you also need space to put that. And here also, under the storage pillar, Microsoft offers different options. We have Azure Blob Storage with different tiers such as hot, cool, and archival. And if you're trying to attach maybe hard drive to your virtual machines, we have also different options starting with standard, premium, and ultra disk. If you're using file structured data, we can also store that within Azure Files and Nether Files, supporting both NFS as well as SMB protocols. Now, all these data needs to be backed up with some sort of compute. And here, Microsoft provides you different series of virtual machines, starting with version 1 all the way up to version 5. And these are backed with both Intel as well as AMD chipset. Now, all these three pillars, they need to talk to each other in a secured manner. And we have a lot of options, starting with the networking tier. For example, as you move your virtual machine in the cloud, these needs to be accessed in a secured manner. All by using Azure Passion services, you can make sure that you can RDP or SSH into these machines without having giving them access to the internet. If you have web servers maybe deployed in the cloud, you can use services such as Web Application Firewall, Azure Firewall, and DDoS protection. On top of that, you can also segment your network by segmenting your virtual network, NSGs, as well as subnet to make sure that there is no lateral movement of the threat. Now, when it comes to the storage layer, you can also protect over here too. By default, your data address is protected by using 256-bit encryption, which is all managed by Microsoft. Optionally, you can also bring your own keys too and still make sure that your data is protected. Now, we also understand that there's specific kind of workload which requires specific kind of compute. For example, if you're thinking of moving your SAP HANA workload to the cloud, we have specific series of virtual machines which support this kind of workload. And also, if you're trying to use maybe your virtual machines for running AutoCAD designing, simulation, or animation work, we have specific series of virtual machines with dedicated GPU accelerated card. But the important thing is that when it comes to Azure Infrastructure as a Service, you need to deal with three pillars, which are compute, storage, networking. Hopefully, this gives you an idea about Azure IaaS model. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.